Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're listening from. Today's a today's an amazing day. I'll tell you why. Because I wanted Donald Trump to win the election. You don't have to agree. I wanted him to win. I think it's an amazing day for the world. But with that said, there's actually something that you have to keep in mind. Trump won. Great, that's my opinion. But there's something that you have to know. There's something that a winner keeps in mind, regardless whether it was fucking Kamala Harris, whether it was Donald Trump, which is what I want to talk about. But today, for me, is an amazing day. Again, I don't know your political views. You don't have to agree with me. It is what it is. The main thing is it's not a fucking personality contest. Or, to be honest, I viewed the election as almost like the way I look at a UFC fight. Stats, you know what I mean? I'm just looking at the numbers here. I'm not voting based off a person. Personally, I like Donald Trump. But in terms of who is better for the economy, who is better for less war, who is better for so much in the world, who's actually going to bring world peace and have an impact on my life, that's how I make the decisions. And I go based off statistics rather than personalities. Now, do I respect Trump as a leader? Yeah, I fucking do. I think the guy's an absolute savage. But there is bigger meaning behind it all, which is what I want to talk about. And before I do want to give my fucking say on it, to be honest. Have my coffee. Hope you have yours. I have it in a different cup today, by the way. This is Java Republic. So, I don't know. We'll give this a go, but grab a coffee. Let's talk briefly about the election, but the bigger picture in terms of what this means. Because there is bigger meaning behind it, by the way. There is bigger meaning. That coffee's good. This bean is Costa Rica. So yeah, he won. I found that hard to sleep last night. Because in my opinion, it was a big left and right path in terms of the trajectory of the world. I personally believe that if Kamala Harris had won, the path of humanity, the path of the way the world is going, I don't believe the course looks so well based off the last 4 years and the direction we've already been heading in. So what this means for me, what this means on a global level is I'm more so happy about how the security in my mind for the next 4 years for all of us. That's more so why I'm happy. It's knowing that, okay, we need to keep working on our fucking shit. We need to keep plowing forward. We need to keep plowing on. That's a given. But there is stuff that's important to us. There is stuff, the global economy, the global peace, the global security. This stuff's fucking important for peace of mind, right? The way the world's been going, it's been a little fucked up in my opinion, But I was speaking to my brother this morning actually, and I called him and I said, "Did you see the results? The results are in." And he summed it up quite well. He said, "You know what, Callum, it's great." And he's an admirer of Trump as well, but beyond Trump, beyond the person, he said, "Callum, you know what?" He said, "I'm happy knowing that the world is going to be in a better place." That's what my brother said. And he's fucking right. This is bigger than just one person. This is bigger than me, than you, than Trump. This is about us. This is about the world being in a good place. And big shout out to Elon Musk. I don't think enough credit is given to him in terms of people think, oh, he bought Twitter and, he lost money. Bro, he didn't fucking buy Twitter and lose money. He bought democracy. He saved democracy is more so the word. That's what he was investing in. He was investing in democracy. Because in terms of what we were able to see, how we could make informed decisions, that's essentially what Elon Musk invested in. He invested in us. So massive shout out to Elon Musk for that. Big credit. I think the world would have been on a different course if it wasn't for him. Love his book, by the way. You should definitely read it. His autobiography by Ashley Vance. Phenomenal book. So, Elon Musk is a classic example, by the way, of someone being a force for good. That's the ultimate force for good. He does not have to do that. He did not have to do that. He's on much bigger missions, making the human race multiplanetary. He didn't have to do that, but he did that for us. So, I want to take this as an opportunity to recognize that. I appreciate that. And as well, I do want to touch on why I admire Trump. I admire Trump because he has every fucking trait of a winner. The biggest one being he's willing to die on the hill. Whether you like Donald Trump or not, that man was legit willing to die on the hill for what he believed in. That man is willing to execute regardless of fucking circumstances. Like, if you look at what they threw at him, the man has that much money. He doesn't need to fucking do this. He doesn't need to keep going. They shot him. They fucking arrested him. They persecuted him. He was willing to fucking die on the hill. Right? And regardless of whether you like him or not, you have to fucking respect that. You have to respect the mentality of that. That's a fucking absolute savage if I've ever seen one. So love the man, hate the man, you have to respect them. Right? You have to respect the traits of a winner. Now here's the interesting thing. This is the thing that we all need to keep in mind. Regardless of who fucking won. There's a catch. There's a catch with every presidential election. Let me tell you what it is. The catch with every presidential election is, regardless of who fucking wins, you and me still have to get up and go to work in the morning. That's the catch here. Regardless of whether it was Trump, regardless of whether it was Harris, we still have to execute regardless. The show still goes fucking on, regardless of who won. Regardless of who's in power. They're not going to fucking come, make your bed in the morning. They're not going to be the ones who's going to go do the fucking 8, 10, 12, 15 hour days. It doesn't fucking matter who's in there. You still have to get up and put in the fucking work. That's the constant here. You're the variable. You're the variable in your own life. I'm the fucking variable in my life. Regardless, me and you still have to do the things we love, the things we hate, regardless of who the fuck's in power. Right? And look at Trump himself. You know, that man, as I said, he's a living example of someone executing regardless, right? No matter what is thrown in your way. So even if fucking Kamala Harris won, right, which I'm not a US citizen, so I didn't have a say in the vote, but I do think it has a massive impact, of course, on a global level. So, you know, I made it clear who I wanted to win. But regardless, even here, Irish politics, I still have to fucking get up and do what needs to be done, right? And that's the key message here. And I want to move into this. I want to move into something about executing regardless. I had a conversation with a client of mine the other day, and he said to me, "Oh, I'm working on this thing. I won't get too specific. He's an entrepreneur. He said, I'm working on this. I don't know what to do," and so on. And it was quite obvious what he had to do. Actually, I said, "Bro, you need to go and fucking promote." I said, you're talking about the same shit for the last 2 weeks. I said, you need to go and actually do the thing that you know you need to do. I said, you need to go and start fucking swinging the bat. And I said to him, this isn't fucking rocket science. And it was like, he was like, "Bro, you're right." He was like, and I went on to tell him, by the way, I said, what you have to do here is, you're cutting, we mentioned this before, but you're caught in this mid-ground between perfectionism, procrastination, and pulling the trigger. You're mentally masturbating, right? I said, you just need to fucking pull the trigger. You need to start swinging the bat. But I went on to tell him, I said, you need to learn to love the things that you hate. You need to learn to love the things that you hate. Because while it's important to love what you're doing on a macro level, that does not mean everything on a micro level, it's going to be fucking sunshine and rainbows, right? That does not mean everything on a granular level is going to be fucking happy days, right? A meadow field or whatever the fuck it is. It's not going to be all dreamy, right? There's going to be shit you hate. There's going to be shit you hate. And people get this confused. Like, do I do the thing that I love? You know, what if but I don't like doing that. No, fucking do what you love. Lean towards your interests. But no, when you're doing something fucking great, when you're building something monumental, there's going to be some fucking hardship along the way. You're going to have to face some fucking fears. You're going to have to face some fucking demons, right? Do I love certain things about what? Wait, let me ask myself a question here. Do I love what I'm doing? Fuck yeah. I love what I'm doing. When I wake up every day, the first thing that I think about is winners win. The first thing I think about is making elite performance possible for fucking everyday people. Like, legit, that's actually something in my mind. That's what I'm passionate about. It's all I think about. Right? I think about the science. I'm fucking geeking out. But let's ask myself, product development, all the intricate pieces of building the business. Do I love that? Not every fucking piece of it. No, sometimes it's mundane. Sometimes it's horrible. It's not sexy. But I fucking have to execute regardless. In fact, I have to love the things that I hate. Right? Because if I can learn to love the things that I hate, I know I can surpass not only my own expectations, but everybody else. Right? Because the more hardship I go through, the bigger moat you create, the bigger moat that I create around what it is that we're doing. And sometimes, right? Sometimes you have to tell your own mind to shut the fuck up. Legit, right? You know, you're going to have people telling you, oh no, take it easy. Your own mind is going to fucking tell you to take it easy. Oh, I don't want to do that. You know, oh, I'll keep doing this. Sometimes that big domino that you have to knock, you have to tell your own mind to shut the fuck up. I know we don't like doing this, but you know what? You're trying to get me not to fucking do it. This little voice that sits on your shoulder whispering in your ear, you need to silence that. You need to silence that person, right? And you say, we do this regardless. I don't care how I feel, okay? If I was to do everything I felt, I wouldn't be where I am today, right? If I was making decisions based off what I wanted to do, how I felt, I wouldn't be here today, right? I do what's required, not what I feel like doing. That's key here. There's so much stuff that I don't enjoy doing, but it's the bigger picture. It's the why. It's the purpose. That's what keeps me going. That's my fucking superpower. That's my superpower. And you just have to silence that. So force yourself to love the things that you hate. Get used to it. Get used to it. The quicker you can accept that, the quicker you can learn to love that shit, I'm telling you, man, you'll start progressing. And I think that was a super important lesson today, is knowing, regardless of who's in there, regardless whether you agree with me or not. And I think it's important as well to be able to have these discussions. It's important to be able to disagree with people. In fact, disagreements are what advanced us as a civilization. You saying, you know what, I don't agree with what you're saying, here's why. Me saying, well, I don't agree with what you're saying, here's why. Coming together and then advancing, finding a fucking solution. That's actually what advanced civilization to where it is today, disagreements. And it's super important that we're able to agree to disagree and find a solution. But a lot of people can't do that. So regardless of political views, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. The thing that aligns us all is our values, is our traits. And that's what I respect most about Trump, is we share very similar traits. We share very similar values. That's what I respect the most. This man is willing to die on the hill. He's willing to stand over his beliefs regardless. That's the thing. That's what I admire. And that's where we all connect. Even me and you listening to this, we're going to differ on a lot of stuff. We're going to differ on so many different things. But the thing that me and you share, the commonalities, are our beliefs, our values about the world, being a force for good, making the world a better place, going all in, logic over emotion, stacking the odds, paying the price. These are things that we share. And that's actually what's important. So we need to put personalities aside. To be honest, you're probably gonna, like, I don't know, you probably don't like fucking half the shit about me. And the thing is, not everybody's gonna like you either. But it's about finding the common values that we share. That's what's important. And the thing is, values and beliefs are actually two different things. We'll sum it up with this because we gotta get going. Values and beliefs are two different things. Values, in my opinion, these do not change. Your beliefs may change, but values are more hardwired. They're deeper. So me and you could value the same things, but our beliefs about how we achieve that may be different. If you're listening to this, we more than likely share a lot of the same values. We more than likely share a lot of the same beliefs. But the thing where we might differ a little bit, now I doubt it, because you're obviously either listening in for the first time or you're listening in for, I don't know, the 20 fucking third time. Our beliefs are more than likely the same, but I've got friends, we value the same thing. For example, we value health, but our beliefs about how we achieve elite health, elite performance are very different. So my friend, for example, he's a vegan. I believe that is the worst way to achieve elite performance, elite health. I believe like that is the last thing you want to do. But me and him, we value the same thing, and we're good pals. You know what I mean? Even in terms of politics, there's a lot of people who we value the same thing, but our beliefs about how we should go about doing that differ. That's fine. That's key. But regardless, we still have to get up and go to fucking work in the morning. We still have to do that. So learn to love the things you hate. Doesn't matter. Donald Trump isn't fucking coming to save you, to hand you $1 million, to go do your job for you. You still have to do that. So do I. In terms of the macro, if we zoom out, it's great. I'm super happy. I think the world on a macro level is on a better path. Gives me peace of mind, more opportunity, but the work still needs to be done. I just thought that was important. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. Again, we'll sum it up. The only difference between winning and losing is the ability to execute regardless. It really is. There is no fucking secret. You're the variable. Not Donald Trump, not Kamala Harris. You still have to fucking go out there. You still now today, after this podcast, you have to continue doing what you're doing. Even fucking harder. Right? Think about this. The landscape is probably going to be more competitive now. It's going to be more competitive, which means you have to double down. Right? You got to double down. You got to fucking outwork, outsmart, outmaneuver everybody. So listen, it's game time. It's game time every fucking day. Every day is game day. I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate you being here as always. More is possible, but only when you go all in. Only when you fucking stake your entire existence on a single turn of the wheel, then you'll be sure to win. All right? I'm going to save this. Me and my brother had a conversation the other day. Maybe I'll tell you, right? We'll end it on this note. Put yourself on a collision course with winning. Reframe how you're going about trying to achieve success. Put yourself on a fucking collision course with winning. Put yourself on the fucking path, right? On the same trajectory as what it is that you want, right? If you're on a fucking collision course with winning, if you're doing everything to put yourself in the fucking way of smacking into success, right? It's inevitable. Put yourself on a fucking collision course this week with winning. That's what I'm doing. Let's fucking go. Let's go. We'll have another episode out on the weekend. Got some fucking exciting stuff coming. The best things, yes, they do take time, but they also take fucking hard work, relentless execution. And that's what I'm doing. Every fucking day. And I hope you are too. Right. That's it, boys. That's a wrap. boys and girls. Appreciate you. Winners win. Let's fucking go. Go tell someone important in your life today that you love them. Remember, because we don't know how long we have on this beautiful planet. We got a short stay. We want to maximize the fuck out of it. Live stronger, smarter, live longer. So we never have to wonder what could have been. Who the fuck wants to get to the end of their life and wonder what could have been? Not me. Fuck that. I want to get to the end, and when that other version of me looks me in the eye, I can say, you know what, bro, I got you. I got you. Everything and more. You need to do the same. Over and out.